This post does contain some affiliate links. I like to share weather gathering instruments and stations that may help you with your weather interests. These links do provide a small compensation to me that helps in daily operating costs of this site. Consider an ambient weather station. Ambient weather station is my review of the Ambient Weather WS1002 Observer. This professional level weather station is highly touted by many of the owners. However, there are its detractors as well. I go through and give you a list of pros and cons for this Wi-Fi color home weather station. I did find that if you are keenly psyched by the weather, this is your weather equipment. You may have a hard time walking away from all of its options. After a thorough look over, this is definitely a must-be-considered choice for a serious weather station for you. Description: the Ambient Weather WS1002 Observer is the updated version of the WS1001 Observer. One main thing has been changed. It has to do with the power source for the remote sensor array. I will discuss this in the pros and cons lists. As I look at other ambient weather station reviews, this one ambient weather station fits well for other reasons. These reasons should be brought out into the light. Two things that are really inspiring to the avid weather fan are the amount of data that is provided, the ability to store, assemble and put together reports of historical significance. These reports over time could become very interesting and valuable for studying your local weather. In this article you will learn, consider an ambient weather station description, features including instruments and source display, types of transmission dimension, in the mounting, how is it powered, ambient weather software manufacturer support, pros cons for purchasing the Ambient WS1002 Observer. Summing it all up, features including instrument sensors. The observer is accurate, precise and affordably priced. It transmits 915 MHz from the outdoor sensor array and indoor temperature sensor. The display console sends and receives internet data using Wi-Fi connectivity. The observer transmits outdoor temperature, humidity, wind speed, wind direction, rainfall, UV and solar radiation from the all-in-one sensor array. The all-in-one presents the following set of weather instruments to you for your study: wind direction vane, wind speed cups, an anemometer, solar collector to run the sensors, battery compartment for batteries for nighttime operation, thermohygrometer with the solar radiation shield, UV sensor, solar radiation sensor, rain collecting gauge, self-emptying, wireless indoor thermohygrometer barometer sensor, bubble level to use to help level out the installation of the remote sensor array. The observer also transmits indoor temperature, humidity and barometric pressure from the indoor temperature array. The dew point and rainfall rate and a graph provide detailed trends for barometer, temperature, and humidity from your outside sensors and your instrument's location. Display: the display console's facing of the Ambient Weather WS1002 looks like this. The display features a screen that displays historical archive data in the upper left-hand corner in the form of a graph. The graph shows the following information. The graph shows the barometer, the temperature and/or the humidity too. Also, other key sections of information are presented on the colored console screen. The numerous sections present themselves to you as I describe next. Clockwise, next you will see shown the wind direction and wind speed, then also along the top of the screen is the home to a current wind gust speed reading and the current wind speed. Further down the right side of the console screen, you will find the inside humidity, the outside humidity, as well as the current outside dew point would be listed. Then the calendar event readings, such as day of the week, month and date, and current year are in the lower right-hand corner. Then, along with the bottom, in a clockwise fashion, you will find the rest of how the console screen looks when observed by you. You will have the current rainfall amount that has happened. Then it will also be listed in a rain rate of inches per hour. The current 24-hour rainfall total is listed as well. Across the bottom towards the left-hand corner, you will find the current barometric pressure in Hg. Below that you will have the daily sunrise time, the moon phase for the day, and then the sunset time of that day as well. Types of transmission. So here's a short list of the pieces of transmission that are completed daily by the Ambient WS1002 Observer. The weather station console connects via Wi-Fi to the router internet. Sensor array transmits with RF radio frequency at 915 MHz to the display console inside the house. Wireless transmission from the remote sensor array to the color display console. Transmission is recommended up to 300 feet of unobstructed transmitting. The thermohygrometer transmitter transmits directly to the console. Never set it up outside. The other big thing is you need to set it up inside at anywhere from 5 feet to 20 feet away from the console for best results. Dimensions. Home display console measures 7.753 in length x 5.753 in width x 0.753 is the height. The LCD screen, the liquid crystal display for the console, is measured at 6.253 length x 3.5 wide. Wireless indoor thermohygrometer barometer sensor measures 2.53 in height x 3.53 in width x 13 in depth. Sensor with an array of ambient weather instruments for outdoors measures 123 in length x 63 in width x 143 in height. Help in the mounting. When thinking of mounting the ambient weather station, you will need to know about the pole diameters. What are the inner diameter? It's 1/143rd, and outer diameter, it's 1 to 3/83 of the end that is supposed to connect to a pole. With these dimensions you will be able to connect to set up your ambient weather mounting. Please remember that included in the ambient weather station package are 2 pieces that will help get the mounting set up for you. A good idea for a perfect great weather station mount is using the ambient weather mount weather station mount found on Amazon.com. How is it powered? Indoor remote sensor, 2 AAA batteries. Outdoor sensor array, 3 AA lithium or alkaline batteries. The display console, which is the heart and soul base of operations, is powered by using the supplied 5-volt DC power supply cord. This power cord is approximately 6.5 feet in length. Batteries are not included for any of the necessary powering. The very important thing to note here: many people when looking at this weather station assume that the solar panel on the remote sensor array is charging up rechargeable batteries. That is not the case at all. The unit must be powered by batteries. The batteries it takes are AA batteries. For outside use, I always recommend lithium batteries. They last much longer for outside use than regular alkaline batteries do. The solar panel, when working, is basically powering the sensor array, but when there is no solar energy, like at nighttime, then the batteries are then powering the sensors. Ambient weather software. The ambient weather software provides skill areas which an ambient weather personal weather station owner can use to their advantage. I am talking about the ability to get real-time and past weather information generated by the devices the owner of the Ambient Weather WS1002 observer have set up on their property. You are also able to hook up with the following apps or helpmates. WonderStation iPad app. The Google Assistant program. Compatible with Alexa voice command system using the Echo Dot. You can use